What's up, everybody? So it's July 1st, very sunny day, a few days before the 4th of July weekend. And something's been on my mind for a few days, for a little bit. I'm pretty sure other people know this, but I've never understood I've never understood the weird phenomena of all of self-snitching. Of when it pertains to like rappers and hip hop artists. We see, and I'm pretty sure everybody saw in the news yesterday, or was it a couple of days ago, I'm not sure, of the famous rapper Pooh Shiesty. And I'm pretty sure you heard of him. He's blown up over the past couple of years. He produced that hit song Back in Blood that everybody's listening to, everybody's hot on. But oh boy got himself into some serious trouble. He's facing two different cases, and where they're trying to hit him up. He even got indicted by the feds, which is statistically very bad, because you only got about 5% chance of beating that. But the funny thing is how the feds got a hold of him. And the funny thing is just how a lot of these rappers, how they get caught up so easily. See, now we see what we notice in the rap game and in that type of industry that there's a whole lot of self-sabotage amongst the individual artists. Let's just look at Pooh Shiesty, for example. Pretty sure everybody already knows it. And Pooh Shiesty, like a lot of other rappers, their lyrics actually are the truth. They actually are about what they say they are, what they rap about, which I find very interesting. A lot of people say that a lot of these rappers are lying. They ain't about what they talking about in their music. But maybe that's a good thing. Because, if you're out here rapping about being a gangster and making lyrics talking about how you a gangster and how you be shooting up the place and all that kind of stuff, maybe it's a good thing if you're just lying about, being a gangster. Because being a real gangster and rapping about it, you're basically self-snitching and you're sabotaging yourself. I think that's where our good friend Pooh Shiesty has fallen into some trouble. The man was, like I said, indicted by the feds. He's facing a lot of trouble, facing a lot of legal trouble. And now, the man was making a whole bunch of money because he had blown up as a rapper. Like, dude's big. He's really big. But now he's going to be spending a lot of that money that he made for attorney expenses. Because, like I said, you're facing a case against the feds, and you're going to need some Johnny Cochrans in your corner for attorneys. So he's definitely going to be paying. His pockets are going to be getting emptied out due to that. And honestly, it's really sad. Looking at the culture of rap today. A lot of these young cats out here, they're making their money, and they love to flex and flaunt their wealth on Instagram and social media. It's insane to me. I was always taught growing up, I had a few family members that had a little bit of wealth, but they never flaunted their wealth. Heck, you would have never even known that they had some money, because they always kept it on the down low. That that they actually had it like that. That's the old way. That's how it used to be. But nowadays with this new generation, everybody has to get on social media and flaunt and flex their wealth, and show all their money and show all their clothes and cars and all that kind of good stuff. And you see where it leads to. Especially, you see where it leads to. I mean, Pooh Shiesty is just the biggest example of what's going to be the downfall of this generation. He, flaunting your wealth and flexing on everybody. I mean, you see where it got him. I mean, look at it. I mean, we can take this all the way back to a few weeks ago when Pooh Shiesty had got in trouble in the first place, when he shot that security guard, or accidentally shot him, I don't know. But that situation would have been prevented if he hadn't been such a flaunter of his money. I mean, dude was in the club, had all his cash sticking out his pockets and showing off and everybody, and as soon as that money fell out of his pockets, I mean, people went and grabbed it up, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the women that were in that club that were surrounding him, they were just around him trying to snag that money off of him, because he was flaunting. I mean, he had money out of his pockets, out of his back pockets. He had money just showing everywhere, all over his clothes and crap. And just, I mean, I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, I'm sorry, but this guy's an idiot. I mean, you got money like that, it's just very foolish to flaunt your money like that, man. It's very, very foolish. Because when people see that, best believe it, they're gonna try to take it. Because I mean, money flaunters. I mean, the funny thing is, I mean, you see in the real world how you don't necessarily notice a person who's wealthy right off the bat, because you see, like, real wealthy people don't flaunt their wealth. They're not walking around with money hanging out their pockets, trying to show off and trying to, I don't know what Pooh Shiesty was trying to do. But it's not just him. It's a lot of these hip hop artists. It's a lot of these young cats out here that think it's cool to flaunt and flex and do all that crap. But I mean, it's just funny to me. And it's even funnier to see how Pooh Shiesty even got indicted in this case. I mean, man was flexing his money once again on Instagram, and the feds got him because they linked some of the money that he was showing, the serial number. They linked that to the serial number of the money that they found at the scene of the robbery that they were investigating. So I mean, this man Pooh Shiesty, he, like, if you don't see now how dangerous it is and how foolish it is to be a flaunter, to be a flexer, I mean, I just don't know what's gonna help you. I mean, this guy, people, and especially young people, need to learn from Pooh Shiesty. When I get big, if I ever become a millionaire, I'm telling you right now, I mean, I'm never going on social media and letting anybody know. I don't know anybody who would let anybody know about their wealth. I just think it's foolish. So you're setting the game up for your own demise. And like I said, I've had relatives that had quite a bit of money, and nobody even knew about it. I only found out from people in my family, like my dad and other people. But like I said, you would have never known that they had money like that, because they weren't flaunting it, they weren't flexing it. They were just they kept it on the down low. As I said, they kept it on the down low. Like, you didn't even know that they had it popping like that. Like I said, I had an uncle who was a millionaire, and nobody even knew, because he kept it on the down low. He wasn't letting anybody get in his circle, anybody trying to take advantage of him or try to pry into his whole lifestyle, because he wasn't about to get fooled like that. Like I said, people who do that type of stuff, like the flex, like the flaunt, like the strut their feathers, I mean, it's just foolish. And you look at, like I said, a lot of these people who are rich, they not only are they rich, but they make sure that their children are rich and their grandchildren are rich. The problem with people like Pooh Shiesty is you already know if he don't get his stuff together, I mean, he won't be rich for long. And he most certainly not setting up his children, his grandchildren, to gain that wealth as well. Because like I said, most rich people, like I said, they set the game up for their kids as well as their grandkids. And you know, they teach their kids and they teach their grandkids how to play the game. So they teach their children how to play the game, and you know, that's how it's done. But you know, people gotta understand that there's levels to it beyond just being rich. So if you're a money flexer, you're not gonna last long in the game. So I really don't understand that. And I like to know the rest of y'all thoughts and opinions on this whole topic. You know, Pooh Shiesty, will he beat his cases? Will he beat his case? Because I mean, he did get indicted by the feds, and they are coming for him. So he'll have to try to fight that. It's unlikely that he'll win, but who knows? He may have some good attorneys in his corner that may work a deal or may get him off. But like I say, he's gonna lose a lot of money. And you can imagine, like, the sad thing is this is a young man that is almost throwing his life away. Who knows what's gonna come out of this situation, but it just doesn't look good. I mean, it's all because of foolishness and trying to be a flexer, trying to flex that dough and look good for the gram. Doesn't get anybody anywhere. Like I said, I rather be rich, like be actually rich, than just look rich. Because too many people out here want to look rich, and then at the end of the day, long term, they're not gonna be rich. And that's a sad reality. And people, you gotta understand what do you want? What do you want to be at in 30 or 40 years? Because like I said, there's gonna be a whole lot of people who got rich and lost it all because they were too busy trying to flex and trying to look rich all the time. Just couldn't be me, man. Just couldn't be me. I'll holler at y'all later.